Good evening, good evening, good evening. How we doing? Happy Monday. How's everyone doing? Hope we're all well. It's a funny old day. I feel like it's not Monday, and I'm not quite sure why. I don't know, my head's a bit all over the place today. Not in a particularly bad way, just in a, what's going on kind of a way. Which I realise is not vastly different from most days, but, you know, I'm aware of it today. Anyway, hope everyone's had a decent weekend. Get my HD vision back. Most of it, anyway. Yeah, I had a decent one. Took it fairly easy. I did my build and recorded it and all last night, but aside from that, chilled out. I played a bit of Forever Skies, which has changed a bit since I last played it, but it's still basically the same game, and it's very chill, slow paced, but it didn't feel new enough, at least at the beginning, or like enough had changed in the beginning to really warrant another play at it. I was like, this is cool. I'm not enthused enough to keep going at it. And then I discovered that Dead Island 2, which is not in fact on an island at all, it's set in LA, is free on Epic Games Store this week. So I was like, yeah, let's give that a go then. So got that and spent a fair bit of time playing it. It's been pretty good fun. I fear it may go on a little too long to stay entertaining, but it was supposed to be somewhat co-op and I'm playing it solo, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's cool. Enjoying it so far. How are you doing, Kitty? All right? I've got a weird scratch in the palm of my hand, which I assume, funnily enough, is also kitty related. Oh, there we go. So, just get some shots off there, because speaking of kitties, mine was on the mouse pad until about 10 minutes ago, so 15 minutes now. So, yeah, I was a little concerned we might not get anywhere. I've got a hair stuck somewhere between my glasses. It's not hair, it's fucking cat fur. Of course it is. Fuck's sake. I got cat fur stuck to it. Wow. Ugh, because it gets bloody everywhere. Of course, she's fluffy AF. It was not this one, no. It was a very fluffy black kitty, which we adore very, very much, and who causes absolute havoc. She was in a right marred this morning, up until she had a lunch and then had a nap. But yes, she was not happy with the fact that she got fed on time. She's having one of those days. Well, she was this morning anyway. Right, shall we get this ball rolling? We're going to play some Oblivion. Plan is changing ever so slightly on what I said it was going to do last week, because I forgot that I have a slightly more packed week this week than I thought at the end of last week. I kind of forgot some stuff, which is, well, not forgot, but didn't quite have things lined up in my brain. Ooh. Celebrating the 10th anniversary of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which we might well be playing this summer. Depends what happens. We'll find out in June. CD Projekt Red have got a up to 90% off publisher sale on Steam. Let's have a look at that, see what's occurring, because it's probably pretty good. So, Witcher 3 is 90% off at like $2.50. Wild Hunt expansion pass is £6 on top of that, 70% off. Where's the full Game of the Year edition where you don't have to feck around? I don't know, it's not showing on there. You might have to buy those two separately, but still, what's that, like £6, £7, £8.50 for that game? Is pretty amazing. And there's Gwent and a couple of other add-on bits and pieces. Cyberpunk is apparently on offer, but it won't show up because life is cruel and unfair like that. By the way, yeah, that's got to be worth a look. Anyway, shall we? Not quite sure what the plan is today, really. Whack stuff with a sword, but beyond that, I'm not entirely sure because we kind of hit a bit of a weird middle road. I think we're in Shadenhall, and I'm not quite sure what to do because I've done the 2 guild quests for now. We might have to ride to Anvil, but we'll see. That's not Shadenhall. Oh, yeah. I remember we did leave Shadenhall, didn't we? Evening, Enemy. I remember what was going on. We are at Weatherly, yeah. We have to come back at some point because there's a second part of the quest we're doing. We did the whole Reynard Germain thing, who was in Shadenhall. It turned out it wasn't him at all, it was his brother. So, you know, the brother went to Coral and we met up there and resolved the issue and then took back their family home, which is down here. So, yeah, not quite sure what the play is right now. Maybe find somewhere to keep. I don't know, see if we go to the house and nab one of the beds, maybe. It's not that bad, okay. Gonna have to adjust, but we don't have to switch back and forth between Avowed as well now, so it's at least one set of controls I don't have to struggle to try and remember. These lads are probably trying to clean their gaff up now.
So good to be back home.
Good, glad you're happy, because I'm going to go upstairs and just crash in bed and see if it miraculously... So we'll went up find a bed. See if it miraculously... I can't now sleep in that, interesting. Balls. Yeah, I was kind of hoping it might just sort of update whilst I kipped, but cannot do so. That's a fallen bookcase, not a bed or a trapdoor or anything. So I think the play will be to ride to Wayne Priory, have a night's sleep, and then come back. So can I put... Yes, stick a marker on Wayne Priory. See how we do. What's my favourite city? Shadenhall, I think. In terms of visuals, it's just pretty in it. I do vaguely remember Anvil somewhat positively. Because I do recall being there way back. It was a long old time ago. PlayStation 3 kind of era. Oh dear. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. I have to wait and see if this bear's going to come and pick a fight. There's a very good chance that he will. Oh, come on, why would I want to do that? I want to jump the obstacle, not rear up. silly fucking control that is. I assume it's always been a thing, but it's a bloody silly thing. I keep pressing F instead of E. Yep. I rather thought the bear might be on its way. Blade mastery increase. Cuts and nicks from long practice sessions with all manner of blades has its benefits. You're now an expert with blade weapons. Your regular attacks have a chance to make your opponents bleed, dealing damage over time. Nice. That was productive. And to do the Red Guard influences. Interesting to see if there's similarities then if TES 6 ends up being set there. Let's do 24 hours and then we'll move it on till early morning, and that should hopefully be sufficient to advance the quest. If it's not, I might look it up. Interesting side slide out of the bear. I didn't really register. Doesn't mean much though. Oh, yeah, let's take it on to 5 AM. Now I'm going to quick save. Who would open the door? It's not creepy as fuck at all, is it? Here's the ostensibly hidden room where the amulet was stolen from. So I'm surprised nobody's here. I think everybody who was here is either dead or at Cloud Ruler Temple. Is that what it's called? Place up near Broomer anyway. Oh, Brother Peter's still here. Where's my Hossy? Must be who was moving around then. See how we do it. Just a little jump there. Just a little detour around Hacked Out. Find our way to Otherly. That's exactly the most direct route I could have taken, but hey, got me there. Alright, there we go, Gilbert.
The ogres certainly made a mess of this place. Hopefully by the time you visit us again, we'll have it cleaned up.
God, it's the mouth.
At long last.
It's the mouth. Okay, let's see how long I need to wait. No, I don't hang on. I do need to screw around with this stuff, otherwise things go weird. Right. Weatherly, right. Interesting. That's not very helpful. Okay. I see. Okay, right. So I need to be in Coral approximately 2 days after
standard Weatherly again.
After this quest is complete. So what I'm going to do is reload, and then we'll go. No, definitely horsey with a weird pronunciation. I mean, I don't know, maybe the horsey is a hussy, but you know, what it gets up to at its own time is the horse's business, really, isn't it? It's getting stuck after renting 110. I don't think I've been there, so not yet. There's a mod that speeds up the rate of progression on that. So it being an hour a second, it takes like an hour every half second.
Looks like you're handy with a blade.
Looks like you're bladey with a hand. What? Clop, clip, clop. What the fuck was the name of it? Was Dharma, the Argonian lass? Rode her horse back and just left it outside the gate. Now there it shall remain till the end of time. A cool statue, that one. Nah, if I hop on the horse, it'll be stealing. Which would not be ideal.
I may have a bit of a proposition
Stutter I need to talk to.
involving the Germain family you so recently assisted.
I know he's a dumb one, but he looks like a vampire. You ancient? I do have a packed schedule this week, although not in the way I expected. I will not be here tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. And Wednesday's iffy. My current plan, because I was originally planning on just going right the way through the week and having a full schedule. But, yeah, I kind of forgot that I'm actually going to a funeral on Wednesday. Or rather, I hadn't kind of realised it had come up as quickly as it has. There we go. Anyway. So, yes, busy tomorrow night, as my brother's coming down for that. And then probably back Wednesday night, in which case we'll do Fallout on Wednesday. And then Atomfall Thursday, Friday after that. Yeah, that's my current expectation. My schedule will be a little all over the spot. Weatherly?
So the brothers have once again reclaimed Weatherly, eh? Good for them.
So I help out the Germain family. What do you want?
It was kind of you to escort the Germains back to Weatherly. However, the original owner of Weatherly left them an even greater legacy.
Interesting.
In fact, there's quite a bit more to their family history than meets the eye. Want to hear about it?
Yes, I'm curious what your interest is, and also what you're wearing. Because I wouldn't mind a similar outfit if I decided to do a magey playthrough sometime. More or less.
Excellent. Curiosity should never be denied, is it not so? And who knows, my story may prove profitable to both of us once it has come to its end. My tale actually begins with the father, Albert Germain. He was once in my employ, or should I say, the employ of my organization. He was very good at obtaining things that people did not want to part with. A professional thief, to put it bluntly. He was assigned to obtain a very valuable item for me. He succeeded, but decided to keep this item for himself. An unfortunate decision. He fled from Coral with his family and was never heard from again. Only his small son Renaud was found, wandering alone in the wilderness. Naturally, my associates and I believed he had perished. The wilderness is, after all, a dangerous place. No place to take your family. Then, these many years later, voila, the brother reappears. It seems the rest of the family did not die in the wilderness after all.
That's about it, thanks, Carl. It's alright. You've got things to juggle and such. Life be like that. What do you want me to do?
Indeed. What is the point of my tale? Albert Germain builds Weatherly way out in the middle of nowhere. He was a thief, not a farmer. The only reason to establish such a place would be to stay out of the Coral Guard's sight. I believe that the item Albert stole, which rightly belongs to me, was hidden at the Weatherly settlement. Unfortunately, the notorious Red Guard Valley ogres ransacked the place and probably took all of the loot back with them. If you were to obtain this item somehow and bring it to me, I would pay you very well for it. I can
Point of order, he was a thief and he worked for you. It doesn't belong to you anymore, it does him. Tell me about Germain.
There isn't much to tell you about Albert Germain. He was one of my best, and he got greedy. The rest is history.
Greedy thief. Germain family?
Hubert and Renaud know nothing of their father's past deeds. If you want to tell them about it, suit yourself.
And the stolen item?
I do not care to describe it. You will know it when you see it, I think. It is not something one of the ogres should have in his possession.
Decidedly cryptic.
Beware. The Red Guard Valley ogres are not known for their
hospitality. Okay, so Red Guard Valley Cave, that way. Okay, we can do that. Actually, I'm looking at his sort of ruby outfit from the outside now, and I'm like, man, maybe not so much. So, a cave full of ogres. Find some mysterious object. So, I want the thing that's mine back. But he stole it. Well, no, you stole it for you, not from you. It's not yours at all. Yeah, if I move Blossom out of the way, I'll get into trouble for theft. Oh, crikey. Zig Skull, maybe? I'm guessing there. That's a tough one to decipher. Thank you very much for the sub, anyway. Welcome on in. We jolly well go. Can heads come off in this game? Not as far as I'm aware, no. I don't think there's any dismemberment in this game. I wouldn't mind seeing it in TES 6. I don't know if it's a thing in Skyrim or not. I can't remember if you... Yeah, you can with the finishing moves. Should check that tower out at some point as well. Just because it's there. So loop around hack dirt, I think. Lovely day for a ride through the woods. Nudge it with the horse, maybe. It's not exactly in the way, it's just weird that it's there. Nice, one down. Staff of Silence there. The Silver Dagger. Elven Short Sword and Silver Dagger. Valuables there. Why would a couple of Goblin Shamans be hanging around outside an ogre cave, I wonder? What? There's no way that last one connected. I object. Oh, that reminds me. I was reading some news article about a court case that's ongoing recently, and I had to laugh a little bit because the article mentioned one of the objections that the defence raised to questioning by the prosecution, and basically the objection amounted to the defence objecting on the grounds that the question might make their client look bad. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the job of the prosecution, to make your client look bad. It wasn't literally what the objection was, but it amounted to the same thing. And needless to say, it was not sustained. It's like, this witness is making my client look bad. I must intervene. No, says the judge. Shut up. So the cave entrance that way. There's a big old cave entrance that way. Well, I can always check that one out later, can't I? Pretty sure that ogre just humped the earth. It was a bit weird. See the alien influence? Yeah. Not really. I can't remember if there aren't any goblins in Skyrim or if they were just... Well, I've seen goblins in Skyrim, but I can't remember if they were added by a mod I have on, which was not my original idea if that's the case, or if they were added by Aberration Club or possibly DLC, but I don't recall them being in the... being something I encountered like much early on. Feck. How did that miss? Thank you. That one didn't. Okay. Bleeding damage does suddenly make my damage output substantially higher. I don't think I got many of my arrows back that time. Just a big hole, I think. Good. Got him. Got a feedback there. Worked out over Soul's time. Makes sense. Slowly, the Fighters Guild is waging a constant campaign against them. It's like casually bored, and they just their go-to when they're bored is go hunt goblins. So, maybe it was piece of Creation Club content or something that added them. I've definitely seen them in regular Skyrim. Down near Riften. It might have been creation content. There might have been a mod, but I don't know. No, what you about stream about when he finished playing it. That's fair enough, Kel. We finished on Friday and did enjoy it, actually. It was quite cool. A couple of bits that, yeah, considering it was taking a bit of a dip in my estimation as it went on a bit, there's a few things I was getting frustrated with. It kind of brought it back in the end, and I was impressed overall. I'm not sure if it was a creation or if it was something else. I suspect it was a creation, but I don't know. I got a whole bundle of them, obviously, as Bethesda have released a load with the anniversary update and stuff. I'm confused. Okay, I think I managed to, in some way, do a loop. Maybe? Oh, there it is. There's a cave entrance. That's where I came in. It might have been. I think I've got myself turned around. I've gone that way. Yeah, I have. Okay, I know where I'm at. Right, okay. In the garden. Yeah, not far off yet. Then you have a bit and select ones up. I can understand that, to be fair. You say I got the anniversary edition because Bethesda gave it to me. They've editioned them out to creators, and I didn't ask for a key for it because I knew I wasn't likely to be making any content on it anytime soon. Then one of the community managers got back to me later and was like, yeah, we've got a bunch of them, so if you want one... you can just have one. You got it now, buddy. Retrieve the honor blade of coral from the Ogre Chieftain. It has to be the item that Falthus was seeking. However, due to the nature of the item, someone at Castle Coral will be anxious to have this back. You need to decide whether to sell the weapon to Falthus or return to the castle. Yeah, let's have a look at this. It looks to be fucking nice. It looks to be 100 longsword. My blade skills I've had experts. Well, that's nicer than what I had, and it's a upgrade. I think I speak for everybody here when I say yoink. It's an ebony blade, isn't it? That's why. It's ebony. So why does this match my armor? Because it's ebony. Right, anyway. So... I will return this to its rightful owner when it's no longer any use to me. So... yeah. That I will drop there because it's not worth anything, so... give him the longsword of the order. Here, have this worthless sword instead. Oh yeah, I chose an alien ruin, didn't I? Where's the exit? Straight across this room and then turn right at the end. Okay. With the sound of the armour when you move, it does have an interesting rattle to it. It doesn't sound like real armour. It's a little too much treble in the sound. Straight on off the other side. The sound of regular armour, much like actually the sound of a real sword fight when two swords bash against each other, isn't this ting-ting kind of high pitch. There's much less high end to it. It's much more of a flat clack. And it's the same with armour when you hear somebody moving around in it. The plates just kind of clack against each other rather than having this cinematic sound. It is nonetheless cool that the armour does rattle a bit, because it would. Maybe it's worth talking to the local ruler and see if you get better reward from them. I'm definitely going to return it to its rightful owner. Not giving it to the thief. I'll give it to the person it was originally stolen from. However, not until it's of no further use to me. Up to that point, I'm going to keep the thing. So what's over here? Brindleholm. Let's go and put this on the map, shall we? A farm in the woods.
I saw a wraith once. It threw a curse on me I'll never forget.
I see.
Do you believe any of that talk about more Oblivion gates opening all over the place?
Absolutely.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
They say that slavery has been abolished in Morrowind. House Dress and Hlalu have renounced the slave trade and freed the beast folk from servitude.
Head on.
Morrowind has always been a troubling place. It seems it is more so now.
Be seeing you. Well met.
Astante.
What do you want?
Your axe, for starters.
Goodbye.
What do
Today's
you
your
want?
lucky day, so
Meredith.
let's hear it.
Farewell. What do you want?
Rumours, let's inquire about those.
Nobody goes into the mountains but hunters and thieves on the lam. Food and shelter is hard to come by. Farewell.
What do you want?
All the sufficient.
Alien ruins? The big thing is to watch out for the traps. Thousands of years old and still working. Amazing. Goodbye.
Yay, maybe I'll have to come back here at some point in the future, but for now, it smells like a bottle shrine. Shade leaf copse. Don't know what I have to do there. So that's going on the back burner because if you don't want to do that, that's the main story. We go to Skingrad and do that quest. I'm doing that right now. I need to think about this one because it affects your ability to do other quests doing the Dark Brotherhood stuff. I am probably going to do it at some point, but I need to. In fact, I'm going to make a note about this because I need to look up like how it works with the infamy. Because from what I gather, it gives you a whole bunch of infamy, which can then limit your ability to do other quests. And I don't know if I want to do it. I'd like to do it early and get Shadowmere, but at the same time, if it's going to prevent me from doing other things, I may want to kind of balance that. Return to the original owner, I get a great shield. Ah, that's cool. That's nice to know. I will bear that in mind. I'm definitely going to do that, but for now, it's a substantially better sword than anything else I've got, so I'll keep it, you know? Yeah, but just because some people carry it on doesn't mean it wasn't outlawed. Not everybody follows the law. Which is a mixed blessing if ever there was one, of course. Mage's Guild, Collector, Crimson Cave, Pilgrimage. I think to do might be to take your journey down to Anvil. As I have yet to go there. I haven't been to Anvil yet, and we haven't been to Leowin either. Every other city we've now visited. But the next spot for the Fighters Guild and also the Mages Guild is there. There'll be a Mages Guild quest in Breville and Leowin to do as well. But for now, Anvil is the next stop for the Fighters Guild, and I do need to go there for the Mages Guild. So I think I will follow this road generally southward until we end up meeting up with the main road. Oh, little cottages out in the woods here. Some kind. Oh, I needed well there, isn't it? You can clear him for me. Yeah. Again, I was vaguely aware that that was a thing, but the mechanics of it I'm not familiar with. Do Knights of the Nine first. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. I thought that was the one that it got involved with, but there's the Oblivion Gate there that we could go and tackle while we're here. I mean, it's right there, isn't it? On foot's going to be the play. Tackle some Daedra. Favorite city, yeah. Bonk. I don't like the hilt on this at all. The hilt is terrible. But the rest of the sword looks quite cool. Goblin Jim's Cave. I've been here before, and there definitely wasn't an Oblivion Gate here at the time. You've got a Daedra. Come on then, you crocodile insect. Oh, he's spitting fireballs at me. There we go. Went alright. How far away do I have to go to make the weather change again, though? About this far. Good herbs for alchemy, huh? Guineas, huh? Right. Now we run very rapidly over here and hope I can get a decent picture of it before the weather changes. Right. Did you hear that the official Reddit for Oblivion, or whatever it is, the Oblivion Reddit, had to ban people from posting pictures of thick fire atronachs. Because apparently it was getting way too thirsty over there. A gate to Oblivion, yeah. To see whether or not they make up for that by posting lots of pictures of very thick spriggans instead. Couple of Daedra down. What we got here? Daedra hearts. Oh, grand. Retaliation of blood, absorb health on strike. That's not bad. Ring of Nihilism versus, I believe there was a better one, wasn't there, that I just picked up? The grand one, yeah. So that is enchanted, and what does it do? Resist magic 13%, whereas the other one is resist magic 15%. That makes no sense whatsoever, but okay. What's the deal with the Ring of Viper Eye? Agility and resist magic. Okay, yeah, we'll keep that as is then. How am I bloody over encumbered? What am I over encumbered by? This apparently. So that way it must be a great sword, I guess. Yes, it is. Pretty epic, though. I have made a poor choice. I feel like somehow I'm carrying way more stuff than I should be doing. Alright. Quick change of plan, assuming I can. Let's go back. Then we'll drop some stuff off. And take another run at this when I'm not wildly cucumbered. My horse is over this way, I believe. It's important to remember because I can't use my horse whistle mod at the moment because I've got my horse in fancy armour, and I don't think it works under those circumstances. I'll have to... Actually, I should have checked my mods over the weekend to see whether there's any good updates. So that's the Oblivion Gate. Skingrad's here. Westgate. I mean, Westgate would be easier, wouldn't it? So, let's rock and roll out towards Skingrad, and then... we'll take another run at this one. I can actually carry some stuff. Just slightly annoying that I'm so easily over encumbered because I'm like my strength is maxed out. I need some enchantments on my gear to reduce my, reduce weight or increase carrying capacity or some such. Aberration skill allows you to summon powerful weapons, armor, and allies to aid in battle. It does at that.
Good to see you.
Ah, likewise.
Have pity, sir. I got nothing to eat.
Yeah, my cat tells me that every fucking morning. You saw the Cleo cow? Yeah, I was rather heartbroken. It's the same horse. It was like 2-3 minutes after I'd saved, so
Well met.
I reloaded. But nonetheless, at the time, I just shelled out like $5,000 for the horse, 500 for the armor, and gone a long way to do it. I jumped through a whole bunch of hoops. Nothing really that onerous, but still, the efforts were made. And then I turn around and the horse has been murdered just behind me. I was not very happy.
A fine transaction. You've made a good bit of gold.
This is a great sword, so that can go as well, actually. As cool as it is.
You drive a hard bargain.
You know.
You got a great deal there. You got a great deal there. You got a great deal there. That seems a fair price. I appreciate your business. You too.
Yeah, the delivery is a little stilted and weird, isn't it? Some of the lines, which is fine. That's the Oblivion vibe. Run through here and free up a bunch of space. Not by the way I was expecting it to. I see. Sorry. Evening, Steve. How's it going? Evening, Gray. I'm bearing gifts, Gray. Always interested. Yeah, I can't say what it is in, but comes over from Fallout. Nearly there, I think. I don't think you could possibly hear this little refrain and not think Oblivion. If you've played this game for any extended period of time, you'd hear it and instantly know what it's from. Speed wasn't added. Last one.
It's my pleasure.
Right, sell a bunch of stuff.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Free cam, potentially useful. Oh, I know the hide HUD one doesn't work, or it doesn't work well, because I looked into that a while ago, or it was, I think it was in Bethesda's Discord actually, but the creator one. Yeah, it'll hide it, but it won't come back again. Like the show HUD one doesn't work. You have to reload the whole damn game to make it come back again. So, yeah. Free cam thing potentially useful, but potentially. I don't know. I'd have to give that a test. I'll write it down though. But I do already have a mod that allows me to hide the HUD, so that does a lot of the work there. Or at least as regards not having issues with doing that. Right, anyway, that's where I was.
Now let's do business.
Let's get down to business. That's pretty decent, actually. Not that I'll ever need to detect life.
You drive a hard bargain.
Oh, that's pretty good. I don't know if I'll ever need a excuse me, detect life spell, but if I don't need it, I've got the potion, which is good. Light might be helpful to have. Light I won't.
A fine transaction. You got a great deal there. You've made a good bit of gold.
Still 35 points of health. I'll keep it just in case.
That seems a fair price. An excellent bargain. A good price. You've made a good bit of gold. That's more than I'd usually. That's more than a fine transaction.
Making some progress. It's just not going to be enough to make it worth it, is it?
You've made a good bit of gold.
A little bit of extra magicka? No, not enough really. How's the Chromatic looking now? Much better. Got a lot of shorty on me to get rid of, really.
Thank you. Come again. You too.
Ah. Ooh, ooh. Oh, yes. It's the lady who I was run out of Morrowind for doing obscene things with corpses.
Good day. Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out.
Always good.
If I can't fix it, it ain't broke.
900 to repair all.
I offer the
Anything
finest
good?
goods and the lowest prices in all Cyrodil.
Not really. That's not terrible. At £1,000. Defense of 9. What's my current shield look like? Defense of 13. Maybe not.
Good day.
Nice. Let's hop on the horse and go and whack some Daedra.
Good to see you.
In this weather, that's no mean feat. Make that go away, unfortunately. Oh. There's a fight going on out there, but it seems they dealt with it. There's due north from here now. Let's try again, shall we? The necessities. Surprisingly durable goblin. And the lockpick for sure. And I don't know if it's really worth it, but weight to value ratio on arrows isn't bad. So. You kind of wish you could see beyond them and it actually looked a bit more like what was actually there. I know it's kind of an artist's rendering of it, effectively, but still. Now, ooh, no, I guess I don't go this way then. Okay. Well, we live and we learn. This looks promising. Sort of. In a fiery hell kind of a way. Well, that didn't work neither. We'll just have to keep wriggling our way out, won't we? Lots of flaming corpses everywhere. It's a bridge. I don't know if it's the bridge. See another bridge that was supposed to get me over there, but looks like we're going to keep on going. And so, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Oh, think you're big and bad, huh? Need to see if any of my summons are actually better than this. What have we got? Daedra. Don't have enough there. Lord. Don't have enough Magicka. No, not right now. Caverns of the Abused. This is not particularly informative at all, is it? Oh well, let's give that a go. I feel like it might lead me where I need to go. Hmm. Heavy armor mastery increased. Days and weeks of constant use make wearing heavy armor tolerable but not comfortable. You've learned to adapt to its weight and use it in combat. As an expert, your plate mail no longer encumbers you as much. That's very nice. That makes a big difference to my carry capacity. How about the fiery demon? Spawn of Satan. Root of Dagon's Light. I don't know, I'm taking this particular joke way too far now. Well, fuck this is, but it's ugly. Speed increase that you notice, is it? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, can't say I've noticed that yet, but we shall see. I need to be back that way. Ooh, look at that. This is, not exactly where I'd normally choose to come from a summer vacay. Daedra. Gotcha. Yeah, the armor definitely does slow you down, I know that. Well, Satan never looks so good. You're going to burn something off that you'd probably rather have intact, I think. Just to say, the whole of Reddit basically had to be put in a horny jail over those things, so, you know. What are you going to do, right? I mean, the whole of it needs to be in holding jail perpetually, but, you know. That notwithstanding, dear me. That in your pie, oh, you ugly git. You're not my type, body. Stop trying to kiss me, you ugly fucker. I'm not into them being scaly. So I come up with someone who was an adventure was in a shop buying a strong potion of resist frost and summon frost attribute spell. Yeah, yeah, I have a feeling I've seen that one as well, actually. But yeah, that's more or less what I was getting at. Describing, not advocating for. I'd like to stipulate that. Gotcha. Tell you what, this is bloody different to the Siege of Kvatch, isn't it? Facing up against Daedra now. But to where we were at before. Still haven't found a way through. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, for such an act might be at least 67. Well, no accounting for taste, or not the queerest folk, or something like that. Haven't seen Earth Atronachs, assuming they are a thing. I don't even think I've ever seen an Earth Atronach. Frost, Fire, and Storm, I think, are the only ones I've ever seen. I don't think there's any others, are there? Can't tell you what the Storm ones look like either. I don't think that guy's really there. I was going to say he had rock armor on him, but no, I think he's not just not there, is he? I don't know what you're casting, buddy, but jeez. That did not really go the way I wanted it to, but on the other hand... Acrobatics mastery increased. After long hours of practicing jumping and controlling your falls, you become an apprentice of acrobatics. Able to dodge by pressing left click or right click and a space while moving. Okay. I see, so it's right click in a direction whilst already moving. So if I'm blocking, start moving and press space. Okay, I can probably do that. It's not exactly intuitive. A single button in a direction rather than several buttons would be better. Jump while blocking and moving, yeah. That's bait. Same goes with Spriggans, what about the splinters? Yeah, exactly. It's all deeply unwise. It's all very disgusting, and naturally you're worried. Open fleshy pod. No thank you. Yeah, when it comes to Spriggans, it's taking the concept of got wood a little too far. Good news is, I think I made it all the way back round to the Oblivion Gate. Bad news is, I still can't get to the frickin' tower in the middle. You know what? I think I'll just block and then swing. I assume I can't open the wall gate either. It's really very not helpful. But the map, I will go as far as to say, is completely fucking useless in this situation. And Golden Warrior, huh? Made through. Technically speaking, no. They found gold, they found iron, they found various precious gems, found the whole bleeding lot. Mithril was where it was the remarkable thing, and it's not found anywhere else. So they got all of the above, but Mithril was the really special bit. They just move it! Ow. Oh lordy, we're gonna have to go full Skyrim here, aren't we? Made it. And I got a level for my trouble. Oh, that was kind of worth it in a way. Fecker. Yeah. Not deep enough yet. Yeah, definitely need to get to Moria again at some point. I've been hearing interesting things about the Cyrodil update, well, the new one, which may or may not give a go again. I had a look at, what was it? Forever Skies? Is that one? The airship game, the name of which is now got me wondering. I had a crack at that. Ooh, I didn't go this way. Over the weekend, and yeah, there are significant changes, but and despite its general chill, I wasn't really feeling like going through it all again. I don't know if I just wasn't in the mood, or if the changes didn't feel quite big enough. But yeah, that's where I was at on that one. That's all I need, I think. Ahem. I wouldn't go with Lowmaster, I don't think. Excuse me. No, but I am a very, very big fan of Lord of the Rings, and I have read it a lot of times. Corpse Smasher. Activate and ride up the Corpse Smasher, okay. Shut down all the garbage smashers on the detention level. Shut down all the Corpse Smashers on the Bloodwell level. Anyway, Morph is in there. Yeah, Morph may well know more than I do. Many, many people do. So I guess that opens one of the war gates somewhere. Delving so deep by accident, you had to you went delving too deep by accident, had to back up a bit and clear them out and kill the trollking. Yeah, that's kind of how it went for the dwarves, really, wasn't it? They delved too deep and got themselves into a world of shit. Found a Balrog that was hiding from, or had been hiding since the fall of Morgoth. think. Not worth it there. Right. Fall back, reset, come at me, bro. You're in trouble now, buddy. The Tremor bow, not worth having in terms of its any of its stats really. The Claymore definitely is though. Right, well we made it to the island. Oh, you can jump back into a shard, there you go. New update does sound fairly interesting. Let's open the gate so I can get out of here. One door. The fact that these guys insist on getting right up into my face is slightly annoying. I get that they're trying to bite me or something, but they're not actually biting me, so kind of takes the edge off it a bit. And Gandalf says, run, you know, things are going foobar. Or that they are going to go foobar very soon if you don't do as you're told, anyway, yeah. I'll open you wide. Yeah, bugger. I assume there's goodies to be had in here. There are no goodies to be had in here. Daedra, ancient Daedric name meaning overgrown suitcase in waiting. Yeah. In Argonian, his name would translate to makes a lot of purses. I seem to have got myself stuck there. It's Fly, if I remember rightly, Amby. It's in the films. Can't remember exactly what the line is in the books. Probably the same. I do know one big difference between the books and the film in that area, a particular situation, is that when Gandalf falls, he manages to grab hold of the edge of the bridge in the film, and he's holding on to it, and that's when he delivers his line, so you can see Ian McKellen's face at the time. And then he falls. In the book, it's a little bit more true to how that would actually go, in that he just goes straight the fuck over the edge. The whip grabs him around the knees rather than the ankle, and just drags him straight off the edge. And he shouts back to them as he's already falling to run. Yeah. Interesting little difference. Well, I thought so anyway. Fun fact about Black Martian, only during this time period, the Oblivion crisis had a very different outcome over there. Well, the Daedra come pouring out into the swamp and go, fuck this, and turn around and go back again. Or is it far, far worse? I have a feeling it was worse, actually. I vaguely remember there being some lore on the subject, but... Whew, got there in the end. My scamp was helpful. I am now somewhat cucumbered by the large number of Daedric swords I'm carrying. Largely because, well... it's like £10 in it. That's not enough to make a difference. I need to drop a sword. If there's anything else. Yeah, why not? Stained glass windows in the Daedric Tower. Very interesting. What I don't see, however, is a way to continue advancing. Which doth slightly suck. Ah, there it is. I just couldn't see it. Good carry spell. Yeah, not much of one though. Only like £50 or so. So like not much, but under the circumstances. His activated defense mechanism was to change the Arganians and make them go much more hardcore. The Arganians then proceeded to invade them. I see. Yeah, an extended edition where Treebeard creates Bombadil signs. I don't remember those. But probably just forgotten. Falling major is required to tell the fellowship to run at the first sign of a Balrog. You wouldn't stop running till you reach the Great Havens. Yeah. Yeah, that is a bit of a twist. The hist. I vaguely remember that as a lore point, but not very well. They're not the bad lines unscripted. I'm not sure it was, but yeah. I do remember that half the time John Rhys Davies couldn't see much because the prosthetics around his eyes made his skin flare up. He was allergic to the glue or something. But... in a bit go. Okay, you skinny demonic wretch. Blade skills go up yet more. There's at least 2 of them there, I see. Oh, I've got to take him down. That's not happened to me before. Whew. Ooh, what's that do with this? Retribution of rapacity. Claymore. Damage agility on strike, only 1 point at a time. But worth a few bob, so it's going to be some stuff. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to sell that at that price. We're going to have to invest in somebody, aren't we? Right. Drop one of these, otherwise I'm definitely F. Longswords, 14. Strength is also apparently, allegedly, being drained. So I might be able to do something about that. 14, what's my... Bit of coral does 20, okay. Effects. Apparently it's no longer being drained, okay. Agility is being drained of personality, apparently. But that won't last, I shouldn't think. Why the active effects are not listed anywhere, I don't know. Not helpful. So that sword that I just picked up, not worth having. Not worth using, weighs too much to be worth the weight. Back we go. That's that dude down. I suppose that ring's better than the one I've got. %, no. So it's only drop a few pounds apparently. When you walk around with staff that worth that much, no issue. Well, less of an issue anyway. Dwarven arrows are better apparently. So I'll drop those. That helps. Right. You need to drop a few pounds as well now there. Are you trying to say that you need to do that in a gym kind of a sense or in a bathroom kind of a sense? Because either one could apply. Really, if you get a house scene. Yeah, I mean, I've got some potential ideas. I've got a storage place. Can't see much. Back the hell up a little bit. Whew. Right. Progress of a sort. Didn't really help my health very much, but so we're going that way. Gym sense. Yeah, stomach area is the one area I'm having an issue with shifting anyway. God's law, it's always the last bit to go. Oh, fancy moves, buddy. I'd like to carry that, but I don't think I'll be able to. No. Necklace of the Sea. Drain health and drain magicka. Penance of the Faithless. It's heavy, which probably means it's a great sword again. It's not, it's a long sword. not a lot of uses on there, unfortunately. Drain health and magicka. It's quite helpful. Its damage, however, is by far inferior, so... Welcome back. Might investigate that. And here we nearly possibly maybe go. Views of freedom. Built sort of glacier. Lots of goodies there. I'm now thoroughly cucumbered. Oh, fuck, a duck. Who conjured you, fucking electric ass? Nobody even look at that. Looks like it's just, yeah. Right then. Oh shit. My potion wore off. That still was not sufficient to help. Okay, right. Where is the potion again? It's a weak one. Not enough, anyway. Where's it? There it is. Oh, shitty hell. My sole memory of Storm Merchant prior to now is seeing them in Skyrim and getting absolutely kicked shitless by them because they're the toughest by far. Right, I think we are good, aren't we? Oh, the sigil stone. Burden on strike, feather on south. That's nice already. Fortified blunt, disintegrate weapon on strike. Meh. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. Torn between the storm or the prostatonic. The flame is definitely ahead by quite a way. Prefer Skyrim's Storm Merchant design? They're fairly similar. Here we go. Big old rocky piece of shit. Remains of a gate to Oblivion. Right. Saddle up and get our arse back to Skingrad. Which is just over there. Really is very, very pretty, this game. They have done a wonderful job on the remaster, and I know I've got reshade on that's tweaking the appearance a little bit. All it's really doing is sharpening things up a little bit and taking the filter off, so it's just a little bit clearer. And it's glorious. Actually, if anything, it's probably sharpening it a little bit too much, but... I could counteract, actually, some way. I mean, I could directly edit the preset, but I'd probably be better off doing it with DLSS settings, actually. He says, I'm curious now. Scroll. Yeah, I could actually drop it back with the DLSS settings, which I might try doing. It won't make much difference to the frame rate, but if it makes even a small one, it'll be worth it.
Have mercy.
Hal Fergus. Yeah. Switched it after Morrowind, did they? Interesting.
Even stranger than usual, don't you think?
I agree. He's always writing in that little notebook. Sometimes I think he's watching me.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Good day.
Yeah.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
We're not, but can I interest you in some of mine?
That's more than I'd usually. That's a good deal.
Just check what we're getting at here.
A fine transaction. That seems a fair price. That's a fair deal.
Greaves of Freedom, that is 7. What do my current Greaves do? Same level of protection, but without the resist paralysis thing. They probably look better, but hey, whatever. For now, I will probably do that. Water breathing on south. Base necklace is... same price. Yes. Capacity is looking substantially improved.
You drive.
Right.
That's more than... You got a great... That's a good deal. You got a great deal. You got a great deal there.
I didn't actually want to sell that in the end. I'll fuss around to get it back. Some Dremora.
A fine transaction. That's more than I'd usually pay.
Cool.
Thank you for your patronage. I don't mean
Thank you
to
for your
cuss.
gold.
Farewell.
Let's quickly do a bit of alchemy. was kind of hoping I might have a bit more than this, but yeah, I'm doing alright there. Not gonna do that one, I don't think, for now. I will hang on to it. Simply because I might be able to craft something more worthwhile later.
Well met.
Bienville, yes, that's the next up. How you doing, Darren? You right?
Can I interest you in
Right,
some
let's
of my
get rid of some of this stuff I've just crafted up. We should be ready to roll on. Well, once I've done some repairs and got rid of some other junk. Mostly the repairs, I think.
That's more than I'd usually pay. You've made a good bit of gold. A good price. That's more than I'd usually pay. A fine... That's more than I'd usually... A fine transaction. Thanks
Cool.
for your business. Farewell.
Right. I need to take a quick nap. And then, well, see if I might get some of my gear repaired. I think every time. What a mess. Level 18. Today you realise the life you've been living, the punishment your body has taken, the limits to what the body can do, and perhaps you've reached them. You've wondered what it's like to grow old? Well, now you know. Well, thanks. Except I'm actually growing stronger as I get older, so there's definitely a contrast here somewhere. I've forgotten what's what now. Intelligence is my pool of magicka. Willpower, I think, does affect stamina regen, doesn't it? I think. Oh, good lord. Hang on a minute, I'm going to have to look this up because I've freaking forgotten again. Blah, 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 blah. There we are. Agility is fatigue regen rate. Okay, as well. Cool. Yep, I thought that was the case. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Nice. Right, let's get rid of some stuff. See it in the you can see it in the menu. Yes, you can, but not once you're into the level up menu, I don't think.
Good day.
You can check it when you're not in the level up menu.
Yes?
Okay, go to character and do it there. That tells me all about it. I need to find out what's draining my its agility, which I think is a spell I'm under the effect of. But it's not listed. Nothing at all. I know what we'll do. We'll no, you can. You sure? Oh, I'll try and keep an eye out for it next time I level up then.
Well met. Marie Paliella is quite a hard worker. She's in the chapel day and night, tending to the sick and injured.
Interesting.
I can fix whatever you break.
$2 grand? Bloody hell.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Did I keep the greaves? Or did I follow greaves? I did, yes, good. Thought I might have inadvertently sold them for a minute. She hasn't acquired anything worth having, has she? No, I don't think she has.
Bye.
Yep, greaves that shouldn't match, but apparently do. Yep, they're ebony ones, apparently. Cool. There's a win that I didn't expect. Upgrades. Do you have a bin anywhere or a container? There you go. And dumping them on the floor. Head to temple. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, I thought it was one of the Dremora weapons. I noticed it when I was in
I'm only asking for a single.
in Oblivion anyway. I was kind of hoping it might have worn off, but it seems to be a permanent effect.
Acting even stranger than usual, don't you think?
See you.
Be seeing you. What is it?
I figure you're doing all the way over here. Toddled on quite quickly, that lad, didn't he?
Well met.
Yes?
What's going on
we haven't
with you?
met, have we? I'm Sister Marie Paliella, the chapel healer and trainer in the restoration arts.
She has very bright eyes. Any
I
rumours?
thought a good number of things are Colovian traders, and Gondar is a friendly sort. The town is very nice, but I advise you to get out and see the countryside. The vineyards and farms, pastures and sheepfolds. Lovely mountain country.
Occupied by lovely mountain monsters what want to tear your face off.
Bye.
I heard there were some goblins around.
Rejoice, through faith your afflictions are banished.
Horrid
Would that it
beasts.
was so
I hate
easy.
things.
Bye.
Would that it was so easy. Of course, there are those crazy fools out there in the world who will try and tell you that it is so easy, but, you know, they're nuts. Cool. The priest there sells restoration spells. Yeah. I would need to up my restoration skill rank considerably before I can cast any of them, though, or any of the interesting ones, anyway. Right, I don't know if we'll get much further than the gates to Anvil, but we'll give it a go. Right into the evening, probably through the night as well. Quite lovely. Less of a road, more of a wide footpath, really. Again, it's a slightly weird proportions in Oblivion, in Bethesda games, rather. I mean, there might be slightly weird proportions in other games as well, but I tend to notice it more in Bethesda games. Success! I just recall I wanted to take a picture of that bridge last time across it and couldn't. And there's the ruins of Kavach on the hill. Angry troll, eh? Bad day to be a troll. It's always a bad day to be a troll, but you know. Leave my horse alone, you git. Elven battle axe, huh? Mithril cuirass. And shield. Does look quite nice. From riding through the night, as I'm not going to see any pretty landscapes in the dark. Probably not, anyway. Must tend to be bigger than they should be, that's for sure. I'll leave them Minotaur behind, I think, if I can. But he can't. So there's a sort of other over there. Where are you then, buddy? Why haven't you coming up behind and killing my horse again? Mortal camp, huh? Well, I assume they're all relatively mortal. This guy certainly was. Lady even. Lady Khajiit with a beard apparently and no fur anywhere else. It's all a bit weird, isn't it? Could have a nap, couldn't I? They always do in every set of lore, really. It rather screwed over in Greek mythology, if I remember rightly. I thought that was my horse for a minute that was dead, and I was about to be very, very angry. That's Kvatch, isn't it? Yes. Not even made it all the way to Kvatch yet. It's quite a ride out from Skingrad, though. But the rest of the way to Anvil should be a shorter trip.
Hello.
Hello there. Few hints of Oblivion still kicking around Kvatch, but the worst of it does seem to be over. Looks like the weather's gone down to crapper. Just die, you bugger. That's me trying to be strategic and cause myself more problems by trying to be smart. Much, but it's better than nothing at least, huh? Yeah. Can't say I remember a great deal about the story, but not sure in. Yep, certainly looks appropriate. Oh, there's another Oblivion gate. Probably not going to do business at the inn much good, is it? I'm going to try and crack through that tonight, though. It's getting a little too late for that. Yeah, Henbury. Yeah, that'll do it. Interesting. Not quite what we had in mind, I don't think, but must be getting pretty close to Anvil now. Yeah, a bit further along, and past the inn, and then it'll turn left and start running downhill, I believe. Aloe vera. Pretty little thatched in there, which I'm cool taking a picture of. Actually. Right. There's a castle up on the hill. Random Argonian. And it's starting to look more and more coastal, as exhibited by the fact we can see the sea. In general, though, the place just looks a little more coastal than
This
it.
is a holdup. Hand it over or die.
Take it from if you can. On horseback, dude, and you didn't manage to get me off my horse. It's not going to go well for you.
Oh, what's the matter? Is the baby gonna cry? Die! That the best you can do? You're pathetic.
Dude, you're on the brink of death, and I'm barely even scratched. Bonk. The gauntlets? Nah. Not pixel blades, mithril boots, mithril cuirass, shield, and a silver mace. You keep your pants and your gloves. How's that, buddy? Tiny little dignities will leave you dead in the road. In a bit, Grey. It's nothing to do with you liking iron, Bray. It's just a happy coincidence, is it, Emmy? This view of Randall's probably worth a look. Yeah, what a cave. What a mess. What a shambles. I'm here all week. That will do. As views go, won't it? You're coming home, and that's just like you're coming downhill, and that's the view as you're just about to make it home after a long trip or something. That is definitely one of the better ones. It always was one of the better views in Oblivion. Find the flavour of iron brew. I know what it looks like it should be. I don't know what it actually tastes like. I've never actually had it. quite a nice looking little house there. White horse, huh? That's where you want to go. They're supposed to be the toughest, but not quite as fast as the black ones from Shadenhall. Oh, wrong button. Oh, all that matters.
Morning, sir.
Using now. Tell me about the chapel attack.
By the time we got there, it was too late. We have no idea how they got in or out without any of our patrols seeing them.
Let's see. Tell me of the prophet.
Sure. Go down to the chapel and you can't miss him. He'll be the one outside, ranting at passers-by.
Any
I
rumors?
swear that when I passed by Benares Manor last night, I heard someone scream from inside. Velo and Benares will never sell that death trap.
Interesting. Velo and Benares?
That layabout? Or you can find him wasting time at the Count's Arms. Take care.
Impossible to define. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ah, Hanville. I remember thee vaguely. So there's a Fighter's Guild. Okay, we'll need to do a quest there. Right next door to the Mage's Guild, both of which are just inside the front gate. That's all very helpful. Oh, here. Morwind's Peacemakers. Okay. There's nothing like oranges. That I do agree with.
Hi there.
What's going on with you?
I ran into some goblins in the woods not long ago. Nasty little beasts.
Ugh. I avoid those things whenever I can. Horrible creatures.
Farewell.
What is it, Sarah?
Vain. Okay.
Morvain. Been making weapons and arms here in Anvil for 30 years. People say I do good work, and I don't aim to argue with them.
I'm pretty sure, actually, Steve, there is a cocktail out there that involves orange and whiskey, but I can't remember what it would be. I wouldn't go for it, but I do believe there is one.
Been here 30 years, and I expect I'll last another 10 or so. When I'm gone, God's willing, my apprentice Enelroth will tend the smithy.
Oh. Tell me of the chapel attack.
Terrible crime. Everyone in the chapel murdered. Who could have done such a thing, and why?
I have no idea why I did that. Speaking of the
I don't know where
prophet.
he came from. Just appeared outside the chapel a day or so after the attacks. Been there ever since. Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be true. I wonder if the first Count of Anvil found it.
Interesting. Right then,
We'll
let's do a
see.
little persuading. No signs there, so we will start. Tricks and coercion, not that into boasting or admiration.
Sure, that's cute. Whatever you want. Don't talk such rot. I doubt it. No more. You're frightening me. Good one. I doubt it. Don't waste your flattery on me. No more. Yeah, I doubt it. What nonsense.
Hmm.
No more. You're frightening. Not now, not later, not ever. Sure, that I doubt it.
as good as we're getting. It went all right.
You're good.
That's what your wife keeps telling me. What?
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Silver Claymore. Does sound pretty badass. Doesn't have anything interesting, so what can you do? You give it a go. Colour of orange with subtle hints of sugar and rust. Yeah, rust is the vibe I always got from it, but I've never actually drunk it, so I can't comment too much. It just looks like it should taste like rust.
Price for a good customer.
You know?
An excellent bargain. That seems a fair price.
Nice. Bebop made.
That seems a fair price. That's more than I'd usually pay. I appreciate your business. Farewell. Well met.
Any repairs? Probably.
Pretty handy. What needs to be fixed?
Pretty handy. You better be pretty handy. You're a blacksmith. So this guy's the apprentice, huh? Very small wood elf. Interesting. Building is glorious. Yeah, I can't imagine it's particularly good for one. New topic, pilgrimage. I'm just having a poke around Anvil because it's ridiculously pretty. I think I might be changing my position on Shadenhall versus Anvil, to be honest.
I take it you want something. Well, what is it?
What's new with you?
I ran into some goblins in the woods not long ago. Nasty little beasts.
Goblins. Ugh. Evil, foul-smelling little brutes.
Take care.
No, not getting what I want out of that.
Hi there. You look
Rightly, that's the door to the docks, isn't it? Yeah.
like someone who's comfortable in heavy armor.
I don't think you'd be running around in heavy armor.
Struck down the enemies of man and God, who will now reclaim his relics and fight again for the true faith.
Well, that's the prophet. Now, I believe we're on thinking about the prophet, or at least the prophet, and possibly the whole attack as well. Has something to do with the Knights of the Nine quest line. I don't know where the local tavern is. Someone's got a sign out front. Count's Arms, there it is. Little wooden shack. Interesting. An abandoned house in Anvil, eh? Very, very strange. This is a very pretty town. There's a tavern on the docks. That does make sense. That'll be the castle gate, I imagine, over there. Yeah, I can't see the castle for the stonework, but, you know. Well, we'll stick it out onto the docks and then maybe have a chat to that guy who wants to sell a house, possibly.
Hi there.
Oh, it doesn't want to sell a house, but the place may or may not be haunted, so we'll see how all that goes. See, we've only really got about 10 minutes left, so I might actually just call it a little
What's
early.
this about? Greetings.
Yes, so, and it's aesthetic, this. Get up here. How's the view then? That's better. ACA inventors. Painting pictures of the lighthouse, which I should probably take pictures of, really, shouldn't I? Probably not from there, though. Flowing Bowl. That sounds like a tavern, alright. Neil's Quality Merchandise. Harborside Warehouse. And Vauxhall also sounds like a pub. Very much sailor's pub, I'm sure. Up on the walls are probably the best place to get a really good picture of that. Few pictures to wrap things up with seems like a reasonable plan to me.
It's you. Hi.
Henrik Oakenhole with some really aggressive cheeks going on there. I'm gonna get a good shot there, unfortunately. Got the best boat picture I'm gonna get.
Astia Inventius, wife of the woodsman Pinnerus Inventius. Always out hunting. Anything to avoid doing a little work around the house.
There's you standing on the docks taking, painting pictures.
Well, if you don't mind scruffy sailors smelling like bilge, it's a lovely town. The men are all the same, drunk and shiftless. It's unbelievable. Right in the center of the city, nobody saw anything? Makes you wonder about the competence of the guard, if you ask me. He's a blessing on this town. The only one to have made any sense out of the terrible tragedy at the chapel. He preaches every day outside the chapel. Go and listen, you'll see. Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you? The one that closed the Oblivion Gate and saved the city?
Well, I closed the Oblivion gate. I saved a few people. A lot of people died, and the city's more or less a ruin now, but it looks like it's about 500 years older than it actually is, so, you know.
Be seeing you.
It's not a great painting neither, really, is it? Not like it do any better, so... Whew. Excuse me. Something glass houses and stones. I assume that and that lighthouse is of significance to some quest or other.
Okay, guess who I am? Cane Lorn or Main Lorn?
Cane Lorn.
Right, the one in blue. You remembered. Best shops at Anvil? Norbert Lels handles rare books, exotic ingredients, and gems. And they have fine weapons at Morvaine's Peacemakers. You too.
I'm Arvida Thalis. They call me the Rat Lady, on account of all my pet rats.
Hello, aye.
You can't imagine the fuss some people make. My rats are no problem for anyone. Captain Dougal's rumored treasure Take care.
What can I do for you? I don't know what to think about the attack on the... Good day.
Everyone's 15 Knights of the Nine.
Brochure, soldier of fortune, which means more or less unemployed and thoroughly pauperized. I've got a few hot prospects. I'm sure something will come through for me soon, really soon. I'd like to get my hands on the cowards that did that. I'm even thinking of joining the Prophet's Holy Crusade. Sure, the guy down by the chapel. He's the one calling for some Holy Knight to return. Maybe we could use a few more Holy Knights.
Does look rather like it's been nuked, yeah.
Take care. Hi there.
I've never read any of Quill Weave's writings. I've heard they're fairly good, though.
She seems like a good person to talk to. I imagine she could teach me a lot.
Goodbye.
Do you like that house in the corner? Right. To the bar, Batman.
Hello, good sir.
San
How
60th.
goes it?
What do you want, Breton trash?
What's going on with you?
Sounds like the Empire has given up on stopping the skooma trade and elsewhere.
Hello,
and I
good
hear
sir.
the tribal chief.
It's a fellow I need to talk to.
That's...
You wouldn't happen to be in the market for a home, would you? If you are, I just happen to be selling a manor located right here in Anvil.
Rumors.
I don't know what to think about.
Manor.
Yes, I'm selling my grandfather's house, Benaris Manor. If you're
Catch you
interested,
later,
I
Cam.
could let you have it for a modest sum. I have to sell it soon, as I have pressing matters elsewhere. You're welcome to take a look at it. It's located across the street from the chapel. Once you buy, you get the key to the front door and the deed of ownership. That's the deal. Would you like to buy it now?
$5 grand. Not right now. Well, it's about the same price as my horse.
Well, I'll be here every day from noon until midnight. Let me know if you change your mind.
Skooma trade is bad business. And the rent...
Go away, fool. I'm Wilbur, owner and proprietor of the Count's Arms.
You're an
We make
asshole,
beds and
apparently.
Food available to guests. Can I help you?
Rumors.
I hear that Velwyn Benaris is trying to sell off Benaris Manor. Hopefully the new owners will clean that eyesore up.
Tell me about the
A
manor.
local gentleman has been looking to sell his manor. A bit run down, but a magnificent place, and priced to move. The manor belongs to Velwyn Benaris. He's...
Anvil.
Buildings here look different. Why? This is the Gold Coast style. Like in Hammerfell. Eastern towns look gray and dull to me.
There we go.
The prophet speaks true. This is the start of something terrible. I can feel it in my bones. You should listen to him preach. He may sound crazy at first, but the longer you listen...
Yeah, okay. I may buy a house, but not right now. I'll have to see. Yeah, somewhat Mediterranean in some ways. Bit of a Greek or Roman vibe, maybe. Not quite either one, though. So the dog can do a bit of fishing. So we can't. Anyway, for one day... I think it's time to press the button. Oh, I've got to do the thing, didn't I? I was going to. What was I going to do? Oh yeah. Oblivion, DLSS. Sharpening, because it's probably a little bit high, but I'll see what happens if I turn it down. Experiment with it and maybe turn up the settings at some point. Ahem, excuse me. So, once OBS gets itself back into gear and actually starts running at the right bit rate, there we go, it looks a bit more normal now. Yes, slight change of what I thought was the plan for this week, mostly because I just got my weeks muddled up and, you know, time flies faster than anybody has any right to do. I am not actually going to be here tomorrow, so our next Oblivion stream will be this time next week. And I am looking forward to diving into it, but that'll be then, as I'm going to a funeral on Wednesday, and my brother's coming down tomorrow night, so he'll be here, so no stream tomorrow night. Yeah, probably be back on my feet and ready to go and everything Wednesday night, so I'll probably do Fallout on Wednesday. That's my sort of expectation plan thing, as brain what the fuck's it called? Invaders from Beyond, that's it. I can't remember the name of the event there. Yeah, Invaders from Beyond is due to start tomorrow, Tuesday, so yeah. Obviously, the big bloom ends then as well, so we'll jump into Fallout on Wednesday, do some invaders and stuff. And I should, he says, have the season finished probably on Wednesday as well. Should get to the end of the score. I think I'm on rank like 99. I think there's a couple of bits and pieces to pick up, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Cheers, Gray. It's all right. It's my uncle who died a couple of weeks ago, start of the month. Yeah, early on in the month anyway. And yeah, funeral has rolled around. So that's tomorrow. That's Wednesday's thing. Yeah. So back to Fallout Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday we will be back on Atomfall. Yes, Atomfall. Get the names right now. So that's the plan for the end of the week. I'm looking forward to that one. We'll make our way over to the Skethmore area and dive deeper into the story. I did have a quick look at where we were up to the end of last week on Atomfall, and we have got a lot of stuff in Skethmore to do, so we haven't been there at all yet, so we'll see how that goes. And there's still quite a good chunk of that game left, so looking forward to pushing on with that. So yeah, that's the streaming plan this week. Video-wise, new camp build went up today, so if you haven't checked that one out, have a look. I'm rather chuffed with it. rather compact sort of warehouse workshop type build. Not warehouse, yeah, workshop more than warehouse type build. Using I put together a structure like it's been there and then reinforced and really cram it full of the workbenches and decoration and details and stuff. And yeah, lots of stuff to take a look at. So that one went up today. As for the rest of the week, I will probably do a best builds video towards the end of the week. I don't know if I'll do anything else. They closed the PTS tonight ahead of the update, but they want an unusually long run of post-PTS testing to make some adjustments, apparently. So it's still a few weeks out before, at least a couple of weeks anyway, before the end of the season and the changeover. Nothing yet says that the changeover in Fallout will be sooner than early June rather, but yeah. Nonetheless, closing the server early is a bit unusual, so I'll have to see what happens there. Anyway, I might do a short video tomorrow, maybe. Well, don't know if I'll have time to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow would be a good day. Yeesh, that's the cat getting my knuckle out, inside of a finger rather. Yeah, I might do it tomorrow if I can squeeze it in. It'll be a short one, so that helps. But I've got a lot to get through tomorrow, so a busy day. Yeah, it's definitely, not such a bad thing from that point of view, MB, sure. For sure. Anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at for the rest of the week. Should be cool. Yeah, enjoying Oblivion. It's been a long time since I last played the original, so yeah, nice to have something different and you know, fun to dive into. I haven't played in a long old time, and it's almost new. Not completely new, but it's close. My shoulder is still bloody sore, but not as bad as it was. Anyway, I'm going to feel and leave you, get myself a drink, put my feet up, and just chill for the rest of the evening, I think. I might play some more, what am I playing? Dead Island 2. If you're on PC, by the way, and your PC is, you know, newer than sort of 2020-ish, then you may wish to consider checking that out, because it's on Epic Games Store for free, and yeah, it's quite good fun if you want to run around and whack zombies with weird improvised weapons and stuff. But yeah, good fun, having fun with that game. So yeah, Dead Island 2, Epic Games Store free. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. Hope you've had a good one. We'll dive back into Fallout on Wednesday. Should be good. Until then, you know where the buttons are. Like, subs, notification bell, all that good stuff. Channel memberships, if you would care to check that out. I do very much appreciate. As well as, yeah, all the other good stuff going on. So, videos and streams and stuff. Should be cool. So, for now, thank you for hanging out. Do hope you enjoyed. Have a good rest of the evening. Have a good day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. And I will see you all on Wednesday at around about 8 o'clock-ish, I would think. All things, you know, if everything goes according to plan. But we'll see. So, until then, I will see you next time. No, folks. See you then.